Listening. 2.1. 1.
I'd say we're a down-to-earth people, friendly and hospitable. We believe in working hard, but we really enjoy our leisure time, when we usually socialise around a barbecue that is, or sport, and this is where we make our friends. Men talk about having a mate, like a buddy or friend, and you stand by your mates no matter what. We're also known for being extremely outgoing and having a good sense of humour. We treat others as equals, irrespective of their profession or standing in society. On the other hand, we tend to knock down tall poppies. That means we criticise people who try to stand out from the crowd by distinguishing themselves through money, intellect or skill. In some ways, I suppose I am typical. I'm down to earth and friendly, but I'm not as outgoing as others are perceived to be.
2.
I think overall we are strong individualists. We like making our own decisions and dislike being controlled by someone else, whether it's the government or a boss. I think individualism is a good quality because it encourages self-expression and often leads to success in life. We're also very hardworking. People here want to provide for their families, but work is also valued for its own sake. Even the rich like to work. We're also very optimistic. We think that if we work hard, we can achieve anything. On the negative side, I think we are a little bit too materialistic. Some of us are overly concerned with having things, possessions I mean. Personally, I think I've inherited the typical optimism and drive, and I'm also an individualist because I don't always follow the crowd, so I think I'm probably fairly typical, but I hope I'm not as materialistic as some of my countrymen seem to be.
3.
It's difficult to generalise about us as a people, especially as our big cities now have such a multi-ethnic population. But I would say that we are basically very tolerant and open-minded. We're not nearly as insular as we used to be. We defend the things that we believe in, when we have to, and we avoid taking extreme positions, which I think is another strength. One of our main weaknesses, though, is that we can be quite self-satisfied and arrogant towards foreigners. Just think of our inability or our unwillingness to learn foreign languages. I'd also say that we can be lazy, and we're a bit careless about the way we dress, and also we drink too much. I don't think I'm very typical, though I do definitely have one of the weaknesses, but I'm not going to say which.
4.
People in this country are thought of as very polite, nice, and friendly, and we think of ourselves that way too. Also, we're extremely tolerant people. It's a very multicultural society here, so we try to accept everyone's culture and welcome their customs, their food, their traditions. And of course, we're a great hockey-loving nation. On the negative side, maybe we're a little too reserved. Even though we're thought of as polite and friendly, we're physically reserved compared to other cultures that might have more touching or hugging or kissing. We save that for people we're close with. We keep a bigger space around ourselves and don't touch people unless we know them very well. And that can be seen as a little cold. Maybe it's because our weather is so cold. I think I'm pretty typical. I like to think of myself as polite and friendly and helpful. And yes, maybe a little reserved. But I can't say that I'm a hockey lover.